Yo, yo, yo. What's popping, people? What's popping, people? Bit of a delay for this stream, but we in here. But yeah, we're just gonna be talking about One Piece chapter 1056. Thoughts, discussion, theories. This is not gonna be a long stream because we started a bit late, but yeah, man, we're just definitely gonna get some discussions in. But yeah, Sean, what did you think about the chapter, bro? I know you've been around, fraudulent activities. I see you in the comments of every roast on the admirals.
Yeah,
So, so what are your thoughts on this chapter, bro?
they say I didn't like the chapter, but I didn't like the chapter a lot, but the chapter clarify a lot of stuff and it end a lot of debates. And first of all, I don't want to make it look like people didn't have like the debates just spring from nowhere. Odo was like the lead instigator in making these debates seem more credible than they was, right?
Yeah.
And before before I start, I want to approach this from a different type of angle. A lot of people don't. I feel like Green Bull had a great showing, not a great showing, but uh okay showing in Wano. He do a lot of good things. He beat two commanders, but the biggest problem is um because of his devil fruit, a lot of people came in here with low faith in the fruit. This different from a nigga freezing the ocean
Mm.
or
Yep.
a
Yep.
dude burn doing magma or dude moving at light speed.
Yep.
Because the concept of nature is a hard sell to begin with. You understand? And even Green Bull, um, I feel like Oda kind of like acknowledge it right away with him beating two Yonko commanders like this dude, Admiral Position in good hands.
Yeah.
But the reason why Green Bull Another reason why Greenville don't get slack for this chapter is the level of arrogance he came into Warner with. He came in like, okay, as a one-man army, fuck it, I don't need nobody. You understand? I can capture Luffy. I can take on all these niggas if I have to. You understand? That's how he came into Wano. And
Yeah. Yeah.
for a dude like that to show any type of selective justice. Look, like I from the generation of One Piece fans where admirals and shit justice don't waver. Akinu is a nigga. Akinu would never twerk like that. Green Bull was twerking. I never thought in my life I would see an admiral shaking their ass. You know what I mean?
Nah,
This
that
nigga
was
had
crazy. That was
Shanks
crazy.
had this dude twerking, bro. This nigga was had his hand up, like he was getting saved, like all his demons and spirits was getting cast away for all the life he lived, the life of crime he lived. Shanks make this dude look Shanks make this dude look very bad. And I was the type of dude, right, back then. Ferry, you remember this? We used to argue a lot over um if Odo would ever use an admiral as a hype tool, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I always used to be the nigga saying, no, Oda would never do. That's what the vice admirals for. That's what them big giants and shit for to run up and get fuck up. You know what I mean? And Shanks has me spooked. He has me shook, bro.
Mm.
Because I never thought I would have lived to see the day where this dude using an admiral. And that's why it solidified to me that Shanks is number one. Like anybody who come with an agenda can get straightened from Shanks. You understand? So this chapter
Yeah,
do that for me.
yeah, it definitely did a
Do
lot in terms of his portrayal in the series because and bro, it's not like this dude has had a battle yet. This is just one feat where the dude used Conqueror's Haki on a whole different level,
oh Pharaoh
made
as a
an
nigga.
admiral shook, right? and it basically stopped the admiral in his track. So it's
I,
definitely a hype
Yeah.
chapter for Shanks, most definitely.
as a doodle of an agenda, I would say, yo, niggas is always trying to protect their agenda in One Piece. Like where the Shanks feats, bro. Everybody talking with Shanks, but where the Shanks feats. But nobody want to fight him. You understand? How could I fucking niggas ain't want no smoke with him?
Exactly.
You understand?
And
So
this is like there's so many examples of this, bro. Like this
this
isn't the
over and
first.
over,
It's
Pharaoh.
over and over
Like
again. This is the fourth, fifth time no one wants problems with Shanks, bro.
just like you know how much Oda being like Oda forcing in my head. I never had Shanks as my strongest. Oda keeps saying, Sean, you's a black man. And I saying no, I'm a coon, I'm white, I'm white. And then and he's saying, Sean, you a black man. I'm telling you a black man. You understand? Like this over and over, and I keep denying my race. The over and over. And he keep telling me. You understand? So what the fuck I supposed to do, Pharaoh?
Listen, man, Oda is just like, and the thing about Shanks being number one, it was always something that I thought about. Like I was like, if it's not Kaido, it's Shanks. If it's not Kaido, it's
and I
Shanks.
and I always knew it from a story narrative standpoint. It makes sense because the nigga's a day one dude, and he is like this goal for like bring the Strahd when you is a great pirate. So he have to measure up to being probably the greatest pirate. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? Like he's a father
yeah,
figure, not his
Fall for it.
biological dad, but a father figure to Luffy.
yeah.
You fall for it.
You understand? So
Mm.
that's why I always had in the back of my mind that Shanks could be it, but in the back of my mind, I didn't want King of Lightning be right. Like it's just a fight against King. You know what I mean? It was never a fight against Shanks. But the problem now, where I could say with admirals, right? Um, Shanks is an anomaly because nobody want to fight him.
Nobody wants to fight him, bro.
You you understand? So
Stop,
It's
stop,
that ain't a
stop, stop,
bad
stop. No,
look
no,
up.
no, no. Wait,
it's
can y'all hear me?
yeah, we can hear
Yeah.
you.
All right. I gotta cut the hype. I gotta cut the hype. Look, I love Shanks, right? Shanks is dope, and Shanks did exactly. He performed it how I thought he would perform, right? I disagree with his number one shit though, right? Because the whole entire thing here is he like top person like in the verse for like one of the performers for sure. But you have to remember one thing, right? With the four Yonko, I ain't talking about the four Yonkos of today. I'm talking about the four Yonkos that we were first introduced to, which was Shanks, Whitebeard, Big Mom, and Blackbeard. I mean, and Kaido. Shit, look, right? Whitebeard again. Whitebeard and Blackbeard confused. All right. Everybody is going to throw in Blackbeard because he's been kind of sit up there for a while. Everybody has a gimmick. Kaido was the physical gimmick. Like this is the ultimate physical powerhouse. This nigga from his bullshit ass backstory, which is trash, was a physical powerhouse, and then on top of that, ate like one of the dopest zone fruits in the verse. Right? I mean, look how dope it is. Look what it did for Momonosuke. Jesus Christ. Then you got Big Mom, who has one of the dopest paramecias. If you're not on the level of like having your balls on steel, she's gonna kill you. And she can do a whole bunch of other shit like turn an ocean or a wave into a homie, all kinds of like that. You got Blackbeard, who got maybe three devil fruits. Whitebeard, who had this crazy ass offensive paramecia. And they're all physical powerhouses on their own, but they have something else. So nigga Shanks ain't got nothing, right? He don't got no gimmick or no devil fruit. So for me, when I see him pull that crazy ass hockey feet, which was awesome, that was some cool ass shit. To me, it don't put him as number one, but it makes sense. Like that is his quote unquote gimmick because he
Yeah,
don't have no devil fruit. He's not this giant 30-foot tall powering nigga. He's a human being. Shex is 6'5", right? That's I don't say it's like a regular nigga's height, but that's like a human height. You got basketball players that are taller than 6'5", right? Shanks is a human. This nigga's arm got bit off by a fucking fodder fish, right? He's human as fuck. So
No proof.
what could possibly equalize this nigga to the level of Kaido, Big Mom, Whitebeard, and Blackbeard? It's his crazy ass hockey. The
Proof.
hockey game is on 5,000.
The problem ain't okay. The hockey, right? If the nigga to do it, if the dude to do it with just a quick punch or something, I would have say, okay, this dude, this a nice feat. But it's again, it's the quality of competition, bro. This nigga 50 miles away. This dude on Skype. You understand? He on
He
Skype and he's
Bluetooth that nigga.
scaring a whole
He
admiral,
Bluetooth
dog.
that nigga. He Bluetooth that nigga. But did you hear what? But did you hear
He's
what Rio Kumu
zooming,
said though?
he's zooming green bull. And the
But
nigga
He,
shook. That's the
but
problem. You
no, no,
understand?
no.
That's the
But did you hear what Rio said though? Did you hear what Rio said though? Rio straight up said, "Yo, Kaido was keeping me away from this motherfucking place. Kaido was stopping everybody from showing up here. So that's kind of letting you know that Kaido was bitching him out too. I don't know if he ever met Kaido personally, but he straight up said like, nigga, if Kaido was still here, I wouldn't have shown up so brazen like this, challenging y'all niggas. But since Kaido was gone, I feel like I can do this now. So that kind of lets you know that let's take the position of Shanks and let's replace him with Kaido, right? Now, of course, Kaido
fair
don't
point,
have the
fair
same
point, fair
observation
point,
feat. Yeah, there you go. Yep.
but
fair point.
in
I
regards to
can't argue with
the whole
something
Kai
sensible like that.
in regards to the whole
Yes.
Kaido thing though, he says it as if he intends on going there solo instead of having a crew with him. So he's saying that he wouldn't go to Kaido's place solo because Kaido has a whole fucking army plus Kaido and the commanders to deal with. Or is he talking about him bringing his own crew along with himself and fighting Kaido? Or is he that's
I
what
took it as
I'm
for me. I
yeah.
took it as solo because I'm not. Although I love the Yonko, right? I'm not a fool, right? The Marines, the world government, their combined might. If they really wanted to flex on any one individual Yonko crew,
Yeah, they
they could,
bodying.
right?
Yeah.
Like fuck it. Like let's get all the Marines. Let's call all the former fleet admirals, the current fleet admiral, the admirals, the vice admirals, CP0, Kong. Let's get all these niggas and let's pick one Yonko to fuck with, and they could do it, right? They could do it.
Yeah.
They won't because that's a lot of money, that's a lot of manpower and resources.
That's a
But
lot of
if they wanted
resources.
to,
It's a lot of resources, yeah.
yeah, if they wanted to, they could. So what I took it as is his little solo journey to try and kill Luffy. But he straight up said like, "Yo, if this is Kaido in place of Luffy, I'm not showing up. That
Mm.
nigga beat my ass." But also here's the
But
thing
that,
though. I took
but
it
that's the
as
thing. That's the thing, Bruce. That's another
wait,
thing.
wait,
What? Okay,
wait. Hold on, let me get off. I took it
okay.
as him talking about Kaido personally, right? Because of course we know that Kaido's crew also means something to the threat level, right? But here's the thing: as y'all thought, which again I don't completely agree with this scene, he don't give a fuck about King and Queen. He didn't give a fuck less about them
Yeah.
two,
Yeah.
right? He was talking down on them two. So even though it's Kaido and his whole crew, you can tell the only person that Rio Kugu was really concerned about in that conversation was Kaido. Just like Shanks kind of has that same duality to where he's like, "Oh shit, Shanks, fuck that, I'm out, I'm pushing." Like,
Yeah. And I think this is like Oda's way of showing, because a lot of people, because the admirals from like based on what we got so far, it's been 4 for 5 so far, right? Because the previous 4 admirals, they're confident, they're strong, they're not intimidated by anyone, they're not arrogant, right? They have a level of like
Oh shit! Don't start this shit,
wait
bro.
wait
No,
let me it's
no,
not it's
let him
not
go.
even
No, let him
no.
cook.
it's
Let
not
him
I
even
cook. Let him
stopping
cook.
that
hold
right
Sean.
now.
hold
No,
hold
Let
on
him cook.
hold
Let him cook.
on
Let him cook, Sean. Let him cook.
hold on. With Green Bull, it's
no.
different.
I smell bullshit, bro.
What bullshit? This is what
Let
happened in the
him cook.
show,
Let
bro.
him
No,
This
cook.
is what.
cause a lot. No, Bruce. Cause a lot of these niggas starting to smell the fire and shit, and they starting to make a distinction between the old
No,
admirals
I'm not
and the
making a
new
dis.
admirals, and,
I'm
and
not making a
I ain't with it.
distinction. I'm not making a distinction. I'm making a distinction in your personalities.
Oh, but wait. Greenville personality lean more to staying here and fighting these dudes because the dude
Yeah,
he
but
talking big shit.
he's
This ain't Fujidora, bro. That's why this feat more credible. That's like okay, that's like Ben Beckman pulling a gun out on
He's our
Aokiji and Aokiji stopping. a lot of niggas will give Ben Beckman his credit straight up.
I mean,
Because you
Kizaru.
ain't broken.
No, but
Aokiji don't troll like that.
But we've never seen an admiral be so confident and then lose confidence when something else comes into play.
That's true. That's true.
Like we've never seen that. There's no single example.
Wait.
Apart from Green Bull.
So not complete. So okay, we have seen one example, right?
Which one is that?
I'm gonna bring it up. It wasn't as flagrant as this because Oda went out of his way to shit on Real Kungfu. I'm gonna be honest. He just went full blown like I'm gonna shit on this nigga like 3 different times in one chapter, right? But we saw a much more subtle version. Now, I want you to pay attention when I say this example, because this person that I'm about to mention is not a bitch by any means.
Is it a Kainu?
I'm gonna say this coming up. I'm gonna say Akainu, but wait. He's not a bitch, and Akainu's not afraid of a Yonko. Okay, I just want to preface that for what I get ready to say. When Shanks pulled up to Marineford, right, and he blocked the punch from Kobe, right, and he's like, "Yo, we stopped in this war." Okay, here's where I say the example comes in. Akainu hesitated. Okay, he hesitated. Do I think that if Aki Inu was let to run free, would he start boxing up with Shanks as well? I do. Because Aki Inu don't play that shit. Sakazuki's that nigga. He's like, fuck y'all. I hate pirates. I'm taking all y'all niggas out. I don't give a fuck, right? I do think he will box it up with Shanks. But just the simple fact that Shanks showed up, Aki Inu wasn't hesitating for nobody.
Bro,
right?
But wait, there's context that.
I get it, bro. But this nigga just did fight.
Wait,
all these fucking people.
There's
bro.
context there though. The reason he hesitated, first and foremost, is because he did not think Shanks would show up right in front of him. Second of all, he literally he literally got fighting another Yonko. So it's like, damn, do I want to get into a fight with another Yonko right off the gate?
No, but
and Pharaoh, you let Sengoku didn't. If Sengoku didn't, wait, bro. If Sengoku didn't say nothing, if Sengoku didn't say nothing, Shanks would have had to kill Akino though.
Yeah,
Akino don't fuck around like that, bro.
He would have to kill Akainu.
But like, kept going. He was like, "Fuck that! At least you gotta go."
Yeah, but like in terms of the Green Bull thing, it definitely looks very impressive for Shanks, right? But there's a lot of things that you can also use in the defense of the admirals. Now, again, he had him shook, right? He had him shook. But again, this is Shanks' specialty. This is all his ability is. So it's maxed out to the highest, right?
What's maxed out?
Pharaoh, you gotta look at this too. You have to look at this too. That shit what Shanks did, that wasn't casual. That's a extreme.
That's what I'm saying. It was all out. Exactly. His crew was passing out.
Because
so it's not like it was passive or anything.
Even in Shanks' Beaver card, it says, "Do not piss the nigga off," because I believe his King's Haki tied his emotions.
His emotions.
And when he pissed off,
yes.
Stronger his emotions is.
Yeah, because what Green Bull was doing there was literally was the thing that was really pissing him off, and so that Conqueror's Haki went crazy, bro. Yeah, it went crazy. But
he was doing some bitch shit.
But he did.
And I like the second confirmation
again in this. Yeah, and in defense of Green Bull though, it's like, you know, when he was like, "Yo, okay, I surrender," right? But he also mentions, "Oh, I didn't know the red hair pirates." He was also not only including Shanks, but he was including the crew as well. He was like, "Oh, this is a bad situation, right? It's not. I don't only got to deal with Shanks, but I got to deal with his crew, which is the more than likely the strongest Yonko crew out there, right?
Yeah.
So it's a lot for him to deal with. Where it's like, all right, let me just bounce, bro. Let me just bounce.
And Oda set him up for failure because this dude personality, the fan base automatically against you. You fuck with the Celestial Dragons.
Yeah, exactly. His ideology was just like, you know, writing
here's my problem. Here's my problem with this Admiral guy right here, right? So when Shanks showed up, did y'all catch a snot bubble out of his mouth, out of his nose?
When Shanks showed up on Green Bull?
Yeah, he had a snot bubble.
Forget the snot bubble. The way that this nigga was twerking, bro.
That's what I'm saying. He had a snot bubble out of his nose, fam. That's some Usopp shit. a snot bubble, nigga? Like you that scared? Like you might as well Oda might as well drink cash for him pissing on himself. Now, here's the thing to where I can't defend the red hair part, which I already know that Oda already kind of pretty much stated the red hair pirates are like the best one because they're the most well balanced, as he said in that one chapter where he was revealing all the Yonko bounties, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is, it kind of comes back to that Kaido conversation to where it's like, oh shit, the red hair pirates. But I know who he's really afraid of, right? Because I have a feeling that if it was just Ben Beckman and the rest of the crew without Shanks, he'd be kind of a little bit more confident. He would still
Yep.
get his fucking
Yep.
ass
That's
whooped.
true.
He'd be more
He would get
confident.
his
Yeah.
he'd be more confident. He would get his fucking ass whooped like a motherfucker if he thought he could take on Ben Beckman and the rest of the crew. They beat the dog shit out of him, but he'd be a little bit more confident. He's really afraid of Shanks because not to insult One Piece in this moment, because I can insult it many other times, but this one I'm not trying to. Is the observation Haki system works like a Dragon Ball Z power scouter shit, right? To where Luffy has said several times through observation Haki and Sanji sometimes as well, um, I could tell this motherfucker's strong. Like I always remember that one time where Sanji was inside of Capone's stomach, right? And then Nekomamushi was standing right outside of Capone, and Capone was shitting himself. And then Sanji couldn't tell what was going on, but he was like, I don't know what the fuck's happening, but somebody damn strong is outside here, so you might want to chill the fuck out, right? So it's a power scouter. So Ryokugu having Haki himself and Shanks doing that fucking Verizon Wireless observation conquerors feat, right? Um, he just sensed Shanks' power level, and he's like, "Fuck, nope, not doing this, not happening. I came in
Yeah.
to capture
It was the
Luffy, and
yeah.
now I gotta deal with this motherfucker as well." And by the way, another thing that Shanks mentioned that I did not like for Ryokugu, which Sean, you heard me say this before. I don't like that I was right, and they confirmed
Mm-hmm.
it. But one of the reasons he was running up on Luffy is because he thought the motherfuckers were injured. That's some pussy shit. It is smart,
Yeah, that's some
but
bitch made shit, bro.
like that makes him look way. Because at first everybody was talking about like, why is this nigga so gung ho on fighting Kid, Luffy, Law, everybody? Like, why does he think that they're that weak or something like that? It's not that. And somebody has said in the chat line the best, and I said it to Sean a few weeks ago or something like that. To where it's like he must
Wait, bro.
think that
But
they're
like,
not as
Personally,
strong.
but the whole
personally,
that
I
yeah.
thought because what happened at the Reverie, he wanted to redeem himself
He
because
did.
Luffy and
He
Sab
did.
was brothers too.
Yeah,
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 You
yeah.
yeah. He got to kill
understand?
him.
So that's why I thought he was intent on getting Luffy like
But
that.
the whole thing about him, going up to Luffy because when they were recovering, but that's how the Navy operates though. Like they don't want to have an equal exchange with you. They want the most chance of victory as possible.
Yep.
And it's
This is
smart.
why they brought the entirety of the admirals and everybody Shichibukai to fight just one Yonko crew, right? Even though that was a devastation, right? So it's not I wouldn't necessarily call it a
Relax.
bitch
Not,
move,
not,
but it's
not
like it.
devastation. It wasn't a
Oh,
devastation.
they would have got devastated. Like
No,
the Whitebeard pirates got devastated.
no, he didn't.
No top tier,
Fair, I could tell you something.
no top tier. Like
I
the only top tier that was injured was Akainu.
They had the freaking what's the people name? God damn it,
The warlords.
the warlords.
No,
And the fight got interrupted.
well, the thing about the Marine
And they were
Fort,
and Whitebeard wasn't going for the kill. You gotta remember that
he wasn't
also.
true, but he
Right?
wasn't going for the kill. But it was like Whitebeard had no chance, and then again, Luffy came in with several warlords, 400 pirate ships, 400 pirate, um, pirates. He came in with two warlords, and he came in with himself, and that was like the game changer for the Whitebeard pirates. So imagine if they didn't have Luffy in that situation, they would get
They would have
mopped,
still
bro.
done well. No, he wouldn't, because they weren't coming for some rah shit. They were coming for get ace and get out. Cause you saw the whole entire tie ship, and I think it might have been Sean right here who pointed out to me, right? To where when how Whitebeard was fighting, right? Before Ace died and after Ace died, different. He fought way different. Like, cause when he was before Ace had died, I mean, what's his face?
Yeah, he was
Kizaru
trying
was
to
getting
sink Marineford.
Kizaru
Yeah.
was getting licked on him. Fucking Akiinu was disrespected. Akiinu stepped on his fucking glaive and was like, "Oh man, what the fuck you got for me, nigga?" Like all that kind of shit. He was talking wild shit to
But
Whitebeard.
one,
Ace died.
yeah,
Hold
he
up.
was
When
trying to
Ace
sink it
died
down.
though, when Ace died, and it wasn't on some whole entire. Oh, we're trying to save our not captain. Jesus Christ, our crewmate, right? That nigga's already dead. So fuck it, balls to the wall. We finna go for the kill shit. This nigga was not fucking around. He leveled Akiinu. He
But
socked that nigga the fuck out.
even then,
So now let's apply that. Let's apply
mm,
that, right? Let's apply that because you got other situations like Marco. You remember Marco trying to save Ace? He was running towards Ace. The spider nigga rolled up on him, handcuffed his ass while distracted, right? And then Kizaru comes in with the fucking double team, bah, 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 shoots him in the chest or something like that, right? Here's what we're looking at, right? Here's what we're looking at. We're looking at a distracted Whitebeard Pirates because they're more focused on saving Ace than fighting against the Marines. Do I think the Whitebeard Pirates would have won that fight? No. I do not think they would have won that fight full power. I don't give a fuck what
wait,
happens.
but
They were
distraction in war
winning that.
means nothing though.
No,
That
you
doesn't
have
take
to,
away from
you have,
anything because that's
you
like
have,
distracted. It kind of got hit by
no.
Whitebeard in the first place.
No, but you have to understand the whole purpose of the fight, right? If I'm coming to fight against you, Pharaoh, right? But I'm only coming to fight because you have somebody that I need, right? So my intention is not to KO you. My intention is to get that nigga the fuck out of there. My level of fight is going to be different, right?
Mm.
Versus, let's say I'm coming to you because I want to take your territory. I'm coming to you because you killed my homeboy, right? My level of fight is going to be upgraded. That's why I mentioned the difference between how they fought. I mean, shit. Look how Marco fought Marineford versus how Marco fought at this shit at Wano. He fought way better here because the intention was different. Keep in mind, Pharaoh. I'm not saying that they would have won against Marines. That was the Marines plus the fucking warlords. You getting fucking wrecked, nigga. But devastated? No, not devastated.
Well,
They're not getting
in a
devastated.
realistic sense, they should have got devastated, but there were so many factors that helped the Whitebeard Pirates, like Mihawk not doing shit, Boa Hancock helping Luffy get to where he needs to be, Shichibukai's warlords. There's so many things that helped the Whitebeard Pirates that it's like it was insane, and those were game changing things where it turned the war around because at one point the Whitebeard Pirates were losing horribly, and you do have to remember the purpose of the admirals being there was to make sure that Marineford was not to get destroyed. So not only were they fighting, they were also protecting Marineford. And you know how
They were doing
how their
they're
abilities
doing a
work.
piss poor job
Again, it's
shit
not
because I'll be honest.
it's a weird arc because they're
Akihito was going full blast. Like that nigga fired
he
meters from the
was going
sky. They
full
weren't taking
blast, but
shit.
he couldn't really do his all because again his ability lethal.
Weird.
His ability is very lethal. They couldn't awaken. They couldn't do all these things because again they were restricted and they were supposed to protect Marineford from the most destructive
Nah,
Devil Fruit ability out there.
Okay, before
nah,
we
nah. They went in.
Nah, like literally Kizaru did nothing in that arc. They
Kizaru is a troll.
at the end of the arc, Aokiji was untouched. Kizaru was untouched. The only individual of
Aokiji
note.
was untouched. What are you talking about?
Yeah, Aokiji was untouched. Bro, he only got like
Oda do a bad job on showing how strong Whitebeard was because I feel like Whitebeard's supposed to take out somebody. The Marines was at least 70-60% health. They could have take on
No.
another young fool and still win.
I think they did a good job of Whitebeard because you have to understand Whitebeard came on an asterisk already. The nigga ripped an IV out of his chest and said, "I'm ready to fight." Like you already know. I don't know if y'all, because I used to, y'all seen hospitals before. I used to work in the hospital for about 4 years as a part-time job when I was trying to make it through college, just like that, right? If you got a nigga on an IV bag, they're not doing well. They're doing bad.
yeah.
Like, they're fucked up.
I
They shouldn't
agree.
be moving at all. So the fact that this nigga ripped out an IV bag and said it's go time, you already have to know. Besides the fact that this nigga's already old, he's not at full strength at all. And they made
Yeah,
several references to the whole entire thing. So the fact
that's why I
that
kept
he's
saying it was a
doing all that
devastation.
shit, all that shit, like the fact that he wrecked Haki Inu like that, ID bag and all. They did a good job
Granted,
of
it
showing
was
his
it was
strength.
a bloodlusted moment, and he just saw his son die. You know what I mean? That power
like I
came from
tell,
within,
But
bro.
I
that's him though, because guess what? When we saw the
hey,
flashback in Roger, right?
He is the strongest when he's protecting.
y'all, we can have to get on that ancient weapon
Yeah,
soon, but
yeah, 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 yeah.
I only want to say the part moving forward for the Marines. The Marines, um, the whole thing right now is they can't send one admiral no place no more by themselves. So I feel like
Except for yeah, I mean, yeah, okay, yeah,
when
yeah,
SSG introduced, that can free up
I,
more Marines to do more Marine stuff. Akinu should be building Marine squads. Just like our Yonko crew is, you shouldn't send
yeah. It's a Marine
Kizaru by
squad.
yourself. You should send Kizaru with a super vice admiral like Momosagi and couple SSG. Make it more realistic because you can't walk. Look how confident the Strats look at the end of this shit. These niggas sitting down chilling like,
Yeah,
bro, you got saved, Green
that
Bull.
was
We would have
funny,
killed you.
nigga. That was funny.
That was
Luffy and
fire.
them were not concerned at
You
all.
understand? This because right now the whole story changed. These dudes running admirals, staying running from admirals,
bro. They ain't running from Yonkos, bro. Like
and
what?
now
No, 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 no.
And now
There's a
Odo
difference.
want jump.
Listen,
Odo
if
want
Big Mom showed up, they're fighting Big Mom.
and now Odo want add
They're not
Yamato to the
chilling.
crew.
They're not chilling like that. They're not. If
This
Big Mom was to pull up on Wano, like how Rio Kugu pulled up on Wano, Luffy, Sammy, and them, they're not kicking it like that. They're getting off their ass and fighting.
yo
How Luffy did Rio Kugu is like watching a little brother fight on the playground. Like, oh, look at my little nigga boy, he's scrapping, boy. Look, go
and
get.
and Odo plan on adding Yamato to the crew. This crew stronger than
Yeah, this.
fucking Shanks crew. You can't
I
tell
don't
me
know if
that.
I don't know if she's doing it still. I'm still not convinced.
If Yamato joined this crew stronger than Shanks crew because Yamato first mate level, bro.
Whoa,
You have
whoa,
Zoro.
whoa, 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 whoa. Slow it down. No,
What,
no,
I
no. They're not trying to change the crew if she joins at this very
bro?
moment.
I would say
Bro.
I would say they
No,
would be very comparable.
too
Because
Yes,
close.
the only
They're not
outlier
stronger.
is Ben Beckman, because I think Ben Beckman is I
bro.
think
Ben
they
Beckman ain't a
He,
level above
he's not the
Zoro, bro.
he
Not
ain't
now.
the only
He
outlier.
ain't a
Ben Beckman, Lucky Roo, and Yasop are the outliers. Them niggas is not to play
Yamato
with.
could go up against a Yonko. That ain't Luffy's
So
strongest
what?
fighter.
yeah
So
You
what?
think
She's
Lucky
on
Roo?
the same level as
You
Zoro.
wait. You think Lucky Roo and Yasop could just take on Kaido for an extended period of time? A hybrid
Yes,
Kaido? Be real, bro.
yes,
Be real. No,
yes,
no.
yes, yes. Because again, when you look at Shanks's crew is comparable to Luffy's crew. Like they set up Shanks's crew to where Shanks's crew ain't like this gigantic leap of a gap like it is with Katakuri and Big Mom, like it is with King and fucking Kaido, like it is with Marco and Whitebeard. There is no like gigantic gap. If Shanks and Ben Beckman, who's is the next person right underneath them, right? If Shanks and Ben Beckman scrap, who's winning? Shanks. We don't need to answer that question, right?
They
Shanks is
ain't even
winning.
close.
No, no, no. That is not the portrayal. The
They ain't
portrayal
close
is Shanks would
because
beat Ben Beckman, but Ben Beckman's not going to get dog walked.
you have to look at it like this. Then Luffy and Zoro to me ain't a close fucking fight like how people think it is.
I
Luffy is
disagree.
step above this nigga, bro.
yeah
But
Of
Luffy
course
is a
he is.
step
He's the
above.
captain.
so you
Of
can't
course he
tell
is. He's the
me Ben
captain.
Beckman right there with Shanks. First mates is first mates. You understand? This ain't no shit
I'm
where
not saying that Ben Beckman is stronger than Shanks. What I'm saying here is if Luffy and Zoro fight, Luffy is never dog walking Zoro.
He's not dog
no.
He will
walking, but
win.
it's a mid. It's a mid diff.
Okay, Pharaoh.
The thing is, because people are okay. We'll move forward. But I do want to say
Let's
one more.
move on, bro, because we already at 10,
Yeah.
10:07.
But before we move on to the Pluton stuff, I do want to say one thing about Green Bull though. I do think based on this, it's looking like he's the weakest admiral.
No,
Oh God.
no.
Don't do
No,
this.
I don't believe
No,
that. The
not
same
not
way.
not.
Wait 1 second.
Wait, not even. Wait, Sean. Wait.
Let me
Wait.
go
Let me
before I
finish.
forget my thought.
Wait, I haven't said everything yet. Not only just based on his portrayal here, but also his ability.
He is the
It
youngest.
is the most tame ability out of
No,
all the admirals in the
no,
series.
no, no. Let me tell
100%.
you the same reason what Bruce just laid out. Every admiral have their strength. Just because a nigga indestructible and lethal, don't mean he a level below. 1 second.
Yeah, he did fine.
Just
Real
because he
cool. That
indestructible
was
and
that
lethal,
was some shit.
that ain't means he a level below. He just have a different strength. You understand?
Yeah.
These niggas can't
That
these
substitution
dudes
jutsu shit
don't
was
have the
cool.
versatility Green Bull have. These dudes, come on, Pharaoh, you gotta look at it shit from a different angle. And we only see the basic level of stuff what he could do. I don't believe this is Mark's fighting for
He
him.
was about to get serious. Momo pissed him off. He was about to get real.
This ain't this. He was just about to get real. This dude was even talking about address. Like I feel like Odo was directly addressing the viewers. Like nigga, fire, bro. I could combat my weakness. You understand? He point that out right away. So I don't believe this dude is the weakest. Y'all just have to give him a fair chance.
And then
But
also you have to look
I
at his
I
performance,
will
right?
say
His
this though.
performance,
I do think that the
he
original
did pretty
trio
good.
are like the cream of the crop in terms of the admirals.
Uh,
I disagree.
I'm not putting Greenbow over Kizaru, or I'm not putting Fujitora over Kizaru or Akainu or Aokiji.
I would
but the thing is,
100%.
the
You
thing
niggas
is,
sleep on
the thing
Fujitora.
is,
I would 100%
what the
putting
fuck
Fujitora.
Kizaru? Why niggas is gas Kizaru so much? What he do? Why he
He's
so?
a
Why
part of
all
the
of him is a
original
celebrity?
trio in terms of
No, but what
portrayal.
this
He's
nigga
So
side.
do?
what?
Wait, what this nigga do other than beat up some children? You understand? He
No,
can't.
it's okay. What did Dragon do? But he's
What
top
he do?
five though, right?
What he
Dragon's
do? You can't, bro.
what did Dragon do? He's top
Bro,
five though,
you
right?
okay? Dragon Boys just being done, and they run up on niggas. That's what they
And
do.
they escaped,
Molly,
right?
no,
They
no,
ran
no,
away.
no, no, no. They put hands on that nigga, bro.
They
Fujitoro was wrap up and shit a week after the reverie,
they
and I don't
did,
want
but
to hear that, bro.
they still ran
This
away though, right?
bro, this nigga right hand getting emperor portrayal, bro. So what the fuck is Dragon? Dragon is a monster, bro.
And then
You
also,
understand?
I'm
He,
100%
But he
putting
hasn't done
Fujitora
anything
wait,
over
wait,
though.
wait, wait.
Kizaru.
Dragon is the
Hold
only
up.
nigga. Wait, let me finish
Even
off this nigga. Let me Mortal Kombat this nigga. Dragon is the only dude who have a world title in One Piece. He's the only Monkey D dude in the Monkey D family in his prime, bro. The son of God, the
again,
father of the
you're
main
also
character.
you're using portrayal as well. That's what
So
I'm
what you
saying.
want?
That's what I'm
We
saying.
been
But what portrayal are you talking about? Because
The original three
what
admirals,
portrayal?
Akainu, Aokiji, and Kizaru, when they came into Marineford, they all sat down one by one next to each other.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Uh-huh. So what?
okay. You
We
got
oh
niggas
we
who
all
sit down next to
wait.
LeBron.
We
You
also
got
found
niggas who sit down next to
wait.
LeBron.
That's portrayal. We also found out
What
that
portrayal?
we
What
also
portrayal?
we also found out that the person that was sitting next to him also equaled him out in a 10-day fight.
Equals.
So what are we doing? So
This nigga doesn't have
are
legs.
we saying Kizaru is like way below these guys?
No,
Or
I
what
don't know.
what are we?
But I know something.
Oh,
I know something.
wait. Let me address the point of the equal thing. There was no equaled out. One person won and one person lost a leg. One
Yes,
person had a mercy shot.
yes,
He mercy. He had
when
mercy for
two
him.
people of equal strength fight, there's gonna be a winner, of course.
Yes, there is. But here's the thing: there's extreme diff, high diff, mid diff, all kinds of like that, right? An extreme diff fight is when two people fight, unless like the Rob Lucy and Lucci versus Luffy fight, right? To where Luffy won, but when Luffy won, the nigga was passed out. He couldn't move. He couldn't do anything like that. That was not the Haki situation. Haki
No,
beat that nigga
even
and
no,
had
that doesn't make
mercy.
any sense. But even if Aokiji has more damage on him, the fact that it took 10 days to beat him, you don't go
So
10 days
Hey,
with
what?
someone if you're not as
hey,
strong as the
bro,
person.
bro. We can't stay on that too long.
Yeah.
That what Ferris saying is true. You don't beat it. You don't take a
You
dude to a
can't
multiple
take
day fight
10 days
like
with a dude if you're
that,
not on the
then
same
don't
level,
say
bro.
they
That's 10
equal.
day
So
bullshit.
so
So what? Luffy
so
fought
so
niggas for like 1
bro,
hour and won.
hey,
The
hey,
10
day shouldn't
days
matter.
though. He couldn't
we
KO this man
literally,
in 1 day. He couldn't KO this man in 2 days.
Pharaoh,
It took 10 days.
we
What the fuck did he
literally
do for
have
10
to go
days?
to the ancient weapon now, bro.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
we
let's
can't.
go to the
Yeah.
ancient weapon because
I know Bruce just
y'all
getting ready
crazy
to
on
get on
this.
your neck, bro.
Y'all crazy on
Bruce
this.
just getting ready.
Y'all going crazy on this Yonko shit. Y'all turning sides like very quickly. But
No,
when it
I
comes
said no,
I
no,
stay
no.
on the
Don't try and
Yonko side.
leave like that, bro. Fuck that. Let's start it back up. We talking about this bitch nigga Kizaru, dog.
Oh
We
my
talking about
god,
Kizaru.
bro.
We talking about Kizaru. You want to put Kizaru on? I ain't
Okay,
saying
wait. Okay, Sean, do you have Kizaru over? Do you have Fuji over Kizaru?
Huh?
You have Fuji over Kizaru?
Bro, I have
Yes,
Fuji
I
and
do.
Kizaru right there with each other. The same only thing
No,
Fujitora have over the
Okay,
nigga. I mean, only thing Kizaru have over this dude is intangibility. And
because if
Fujitora,
you want to talk about
the whole thing
Bertrand,
with Fujitora is you can't get fucking close to him because the gravity in his observation. Look here,
but fuck
with
that. Let's
Yonkos,
talk about Bertrand.
wait,
Let's
wait,
talk
wait,
about
wait,
Bertrand
wait,
real
wait,
quick.
wait, 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 with
Yes.
Yonkos display they complete fighters. They have the devil fruit and the fucking Haki. Fujitora showing that he have an elite form of Haki and he have an OP devil fruit, dog. You can't tell me just because a nigga could fire some light beams, he a level above, and he intangible, he a level
just some
above
light
Fujitora.
beams. Just some light beams.
Let me cook. We're talking about portrayal, right? We're talking about portrayal, right? The whole entire thing with portrayal is this is the easiest thing to let me know that Fujitora is a step above everybody except for Sakazuki,
A
right?
step
The
above?
A
easiest thing
step above, nigga.
Nah, you
You
capping
taking this
now.
too
Like that
far.
statement is just like that.
no,
You're already wrong with
no,
No.
that.
no, no, no,
Let's
no.
go to the ancient weapon. This nigga tripping.
He and Zoro are destined to fight. That's gonna be Zoro's
No,
guy.
Bro,
no,
what?
Yes,
that's fan
No,
fiction,
dude.
bro.
That's
That's fan
no,
speculation, my
fiction,
guy.
that's 100% happening. That was in the
bro.
manga
That's
and the
fan
anime.
fiction. You
Bro,
don't
we
I
even
want
can't.
know if
money.
wait,
I
wait, wait,
want
wait.
money.
You you
I
you
want
you don't
money.
even know
I
if
want money.
Fujitora will be a marine at the end of this shit.
I
This dude
want
looking like
money,
he's
nigga.
gonna turn into a revolutionary at any point
You
in time,
understand?
bro.
You did this
I
fan niggas
want
make head
money.
camera
I
and coming
want
with
money. Y'all need to put down y'all money so
I'm
I can
not
take
putting
that
money.
shit when they fight. I want
Listen,
money
all
down.
right, let's move on to
After this
Pluton
shit,
shit.
nigga, I
Cause
be in the
y'all.
Tokyo rotation. Put the money down so I can take all y'all shit when they motherfuckers
But
fight.
yo, you
I
said a
want y'all
step
money.
above. That's when I lost it
a
then.
step above. I trying to argue that the nigga equal and you running out. You taking it too far. You
No,
understand?
what do you mean when I say step above? Is Zoro not a step above Sanji?
Bro, Admiral is a standard. I don't believe nobody other than Akinu really. You have to meet that standard, bro. They
There,
don't fluctuate that much.
They
but the
can't be
thing is,
all
we
equal
don't know
because
though, Sean. Because
if
okay,
they have to go
Sean,
head up with
if
the Straw Hats, then
where would you
go ahead,
put Prime Sengoku if he was in this era?
Wait, weren't we supposed to be talking about the ancient weapons now?
No, Sean is talking about the admiral title.
The
I
thing
think
is, Shanks,
Sean, before you go, the admiral. When it comes to the admiral title, I think there's a baseline of strength that you need to have. But there are some individuals who go above that baseline, still
I agree.
retaining the
no,
admiral title.
I agree.
Still
I agree.
retaining the
I
admiral
agree.
title.
I
That's
agree. I
that's
don't
that's
think
my
they're all
thing.
equal.
That's my thing.
I believe all of them equal. I believe all of them have different
Nah,
types of
that boy
strength. Some
Sakazuki different.
lethal, some more lethal than each other, and some have different
Okay.
other
That's
strengths.
that
Like
that that
Green Bull.
that's fair
Green
enough.
Bull, you could say Kizaru more lethal, but Green Bull probably way more hard to kill and deal. This nigga annoying, bro. You
Yeah,
know what to be
I
dealing
see
with
what
this
you're
nigga?
saying. I could agree
Sean,
with that, but
who's
I do
Sanji
believe there's a
fighting?
baseline of
If
strength with
the
every
straw has to go
title.
up against the Marines, who's Sanji fighting?
Usanji fighting.
Yeah, throw somebody out there. In the final war, Marines versus Straw Hats, who's Sanji fighting? Sanji specifically.
I would say Kizaru because
Okay,
Kizaru,
stop. Pause. Stop. Right there. Okay. Who's Luffy fighting?
Luffy would fight Akino.
Why? Is Luffy and Sanji equal?
But all of this is fan fiction. I never had
Wait.
the Strats individually fighting a separate admiral. That shit don't make
No.
sense to
The
me.
question. Ask the question. Is Luffy and Sanji equal?
If Luffy and Sanji equal,
Yes.
no,
Are
no,
they
no, no.
equal?
But I never making the argument that are these niggas equal with Akino. I always put Akino above these dudes.
So that's my point. Akin was an admiral at
No,
one
no, no,
point, right?
no,
He's
no.
asleep.
Akino is the normally everybody in the community agree with that. Is the other ones, well, we have the straight no.
Even
Okay. Then let's go like that. Zoro, right? I'm asking another question. Zoro. Who does Zoro fight? Go.
Zoro could fight Green Bull. Green Bull have a sword too, just like
Zoro can
Fujidoro.
fight
It
Green.
ain't a
Okay,
lock that
wait,
he
stop.
fight.
Yeah, Real Kugu, right? Zoro can fight Real Kugu, right?
He
Cool,
could.
I got you. Okay, I got you. All right, are Zoro and Sanji equal?
If Zoro and Sanji equal,
Well, like
Yes.
Endgame, EOS.
Yeah,
if I no, they ain't equal.
they're close, but they're not
But
equal,
but
right?
but you assuming that there has to be a winner in these fights. Like I don't believe they can fight. You understand? We arguing off the basis of your head cannon, and you trying to lock me in off your head cannon.
But you
You
know they're
understand?
gonna fight. They gotta get past these niggas for the end of the series.
Bruce, let's go to the ancient weapon, bro. We fighting
Ancient
right
weapons
now
it
with
is.
time.
Ancient weapons.
All right, let's
We
go.
sound like Broncos
Wait,
fans.
yo,
Oh, Anima's here.
So,
Anima,
Animus.
welcome,
Shit.
sir.
What's good, bro? What's good?
What's poppin', bro?
That's my dog right there, bro. That's my dog right there. Y'all don't understand, bro. Anima's a rider, bro.
Anima, you just missed a toxic conversation. You missed it.
You know, he always somewhere with a Miyok agenda. But I can tell you something, Miyok getting exposed. Nobody's
Wait,
scared of this
how?
fraud
Oh
ass bro. Nobody's
no.
scared of this dude.
Whoa. Pluton, go to Pluton. Go to Pluton.
wait.
Go to Pluton. Don't do it. Don't do it. Go to Pluton.
Nobody's
Go to
scared of
Pluton.
this dude.
Bro,
Ignore
Sean,
Sean.
you
Before
gotta
we
stop
Pluton.
hating on
Pluton,
Mihawk,
wait.
man. Okay, let's go to the
Let's go to
Pluton.
the ancient
I-
Okay.
weapons.
Okay, so
Jesus.
Wait, no,
so
because I wanted to give some of my thoughts on like the topics that you guys have discussed, just like a quick one or two
okay, you can go.
before
Go.
we go.
Go ahead.
Well, yeah. So what was that? Because you guys were talking about an admiral, like admirals versus end of series straw hats or something like that. And I just
Everybody
popped
resists
in,
the
and then
urge to keep let Anima go. Everybody resists the urge. Go ahead, Anima.
know exactly what you guys were kind of on like that. But I guess my whole thing with the chapter, I would say is yeah, some people are definitely overreacting with regards to the way Green Bull reacted to Shanks. I mean, it's pretty obvious that someone like an admiral wouldn't be able to handle like not only Shanks but like his whole crew as well as the Straw Hats potentially just entire Wano. So I don't think it's necessarily like a blight on Green Bull or any admiral for that matter. For for the way that some people are kind of making it seem. Like I personally think that really I don't think there's any single person in the series that will be able to handle everyone like that, including Shanks himself. It was Shanks versus Kaido was the one outside, and he I mean I think there would be some admirals or some characters that would go through with the fight, but they would get washed, right? But um, people thinking that Greenwood doing the sensible thing is sort of indicative of some kind of lack of power between admirals and yonkos. I think that's kind of silly a bit, even though there may exist that, but that shouldn't be the sort of argumental basis that people are using. It should be something else, maybe like actual things that have been shown. But that's kind of like the whole thing. My whole reaction to the community's reaction to Green Bull. It's a bit strange to me. But overall, I would still say that Shanks is
Well said.
uh,
Well said.
he's
Agreed.
he's up there for sure.
Yeah, he's definitely up there. Before we move on to
That's that boy.
the next part, I do want to say that Green Bull's introduction here seems a bit contrived in terms of why did Oda bring him here in the first place, and then Shanks coming to Wano. Is it because he knew Green Bull was going there that he came to Wano, or what was he doing in Wano in the first place? Now, I have a theory. I think this was just a promotion for Film Red, which is coming out next week, and it is a Shanks-based movie, and we do see his daughter in one of the panels. When you got pissed off. So I think a lot of the stuff that we got here was contrived. Green Bull showing up, even though with no sort of end goal, and Shanks showing up as well, no sort of end goal, just to clash with thingy. But we did get a lot though. But yeah.
I can think of a reason why Shanks would have showed up that might be legit now that you were talking about it, right? And it's based off of something that Rio Kugu said. Because Shanks is smart. Shanks knows politics very well. Rio Kugu said, I would have not come here had Kaido not been defeated. If Kaido was still here, I'm not showing up, right? So Shanks, being the savage businessman that he might know that too. To where it's like, oh, news of Kaido being defeated? I already know what time it is. These niggas are finna come roll up on Wano. Let me halt all that shit.
But it seems like they just like happened to get to like close to the seas of Wano because originally it seems like they were focusing on Barto. So it doesn't seem like Green Bull was like someone that they were actually actively like going for.
Arrow,
He just happened to
I
be
don't think he
there.
was going
Arrow,
for Rio Kugu because you're
Bruce,
right. He just
Bruce,
happened to
Bruce,
be
Bruce,
there.
Bruce,
What? Uh,
Bruce.
uh.
We got to go to this ancient
All right,
weapon, bro.
let's
We
go to
got
the
to
Okay,
ancient
secure
good.
weapon.
this.
Okay,
He's right.
so
He's
in
right.
this
He's
in
right.
this
All right,
in this
start it off.
chapter, we got some major revelations as to, I guess we didn't really
Yes, we
get
did.
what Pluton actually
Yes,
is,
we
but we
did.
just got like some huge reveals on Wano itself.
This.
And it turns out that
Yes.
Wano is actually 3 times bigger than it is, and it's currently most of it is currently
Yes.
underwater. So what are your guys' thoughts on
800
that?
years ago. Sean, go first, cause you know I'm gonna take off. I'll go last. 'Cause I'm gonna go in. Sean, go.
I love the whole concept of an old Wano and I love the whole concept of the landscape and the law of it.
Yeah,
And I feel like we can get a situation. I feel like uh, what this chapter show me is this reveals Zonisha purpose
yeah.
in Wano Kuni
Agreed.
and make it
Time
more
attack.
clear. It make it more clear. I believe Zunisha was whole goal was to suckle that water, and then after the water gets suckled, the old Wano would float back down, and then that's when you destroy the border with Pluton. That's what I believe.
Oh,
The
so you think that mountain would go down? Like, cause
the mountain would go. I think Pluton's job is to destroy the borders, but before that, Pluton
yeah,
have
it
to
needs
get
to get
out.
rid of the water. Yeah,
So the water is what really stopping the ancient weapon from getting out. And I like the
Oh, okay.
ties with it. I like how Oda tie in the borders of Wano with the ancient weapon. Like we lose our defense,
yeah.
but we unleash a whole other
Whole new
offense.
thing. Yeah,
And
offense.
I
Yeah,
feel like opening the borders right now is extremely dangerous because you open them borders, all hell can break
yeah,
Momo
loose.
was
yeah.
right.
Because
Yeah,
Momo was right.
Wano's a
Kaido,
very
Momo was right.
Kaido seems to.
Wano's a very resource-rich country,
Yeah,
and now they don't have to. With Yamato leaving, even if she was there, you can't fend against all of this
yeah.
because the world government can even want a part of the action.
Yeah, even the Gorosei, they mentioned that someone wise was there, and they're obviously talking about Momonosuke
Momo
because
was on his shit.
he didn't open the
Momo was on his
borders yet.
shit.
And if you guys remember, Wano was called the country of gold, so there's a lot of
Yep,
gold at that bottom. And if people know this, it's a lot of pirates are gonna come through.
Newman was fucking them niggas
yeah.
up.
A
And
lot of pirates are
also,
gonna come through.
yeah, and also another thing that sort of is interesting is the nature of Pluton itself. Like the way it was sort of spoken about, it seemed like it may be like an actual living thing,
Living thing,
but
yeah,
you could also interpret it as being some kind of object, right, or like some kind
Machine.
of thing,
yeah,
yeah, machine or something like that. So I think the idea with it being a living thing would make a little bit more sense based on the way that it was being spoken to because of because it kind of seemed like it was if the borders go down, like something is going to be released onto the world that's going to be sort of this great sort of a threat or something like that.
yeah.
So I don't think a machine would necessarily be a
and,
threat automatically unless you use it. I mean, it still could be a
Mm,
machine, but
and another
I
aspect
don't think
about
that shit is
another
big.
aspect about Pluton that people ignoring is okay. You have New Wano, but how was New Wano created? How did Pluton get in the position it in the first
It
place?
is now.
You understand? And
Yeah,
I ain't gonna
Unleash
take
me.
it, but
Unleash me.
you got to discuss the functionality of Pluton based on where it located.
yeah,
yeah,
Pluton obviously have tunneling capabilities.
yeah. So
Tag
Pluton
me in.
Pluton is
Tag
definitely
me in.
it's a
Tag me in.
machine. It seems like, but
Tag
it's
me in.
weird the way they spoke about it.
Ready.
Yeah,
it
I
have
agree.
tunneling capabilities because how the
I'm
fuck it
ready.
get underneath all of this rock in
yeah,
the
Yeah,
first
yeah.
I've
place?
And
heard
it
of
Oh, I can tell you. I can tell you.
what do you
and
call
it
it? A submarine. I've heard of a submarine. I've heard of other different things.
and
Yep.
As
I
well.
can
and again,
tell
all
you.
the
I can
ancient
tell you. I
weapons,
can
all
tell
the ancient
you.
weapons are tied to their title, what it represent in Greek mythology, right? Shirahoshi
Of
Poseidon,
hell
she can control the seas. Again, obviously going to be different here. She controls sea kings, and Pluton in either Greek or
down in hell.
Roman,
Magma.
it's hell
Hades.
or underground Hades. So it has
Underworld. Yep.
some aspect of power where it can control either the earth, the magma, something that has to do with the underworld, something of that
And a
sense.
lot of people underestimating this aspect of Pluton too. Like how the fuck all these land masses created, like the red line,
Yeah, the
all
red
these
line
stuff.
and
You have
yeah.
new Wano.
Yeah, when they said the walls were erected, I was thinking of Attack on Titan. Like, how did they erect these walls that
Yep.
are like so massive, bro?
All right, tag me in. I'm in. I'll let y'all go. All right,
Go,
Sean,
go. Yeah,
I was researching this shit forever and ever because you know how hype I was. I geek. Look, if y'all don't know anything about me, when I was dogging Wano, I was very unpleased. One of the main things I kept saying is I want Poneglyph time. Because Poneglyph time is my favorite time. That's when Lord Peace
I
is
know that for
arrived, and
sure.
I am happy. All right. Here's the thing. First off, Pluton, not a living, breathing thing. It's a ship, right? Because that's just the term that they use for like technical shit. Y'all got a computer
And
screen.
your blueprint.
What does your computer screen say when the shit is off? It's in sleep mode, right? This shit's asleep. Why do we know this? Why is the shit? Because Frankie has the blueprints for it. We know he memorized that shit, right? This shit has submarine capabilities. How do we know that? Because that resin shit, when they put the little coating around the ship, that's been around for a minute. Secondly, we know it was created in Water 7, and it was also created underwater in that one too. Let's talk about how this shit happened and why the Shogun of the Boy Century is one of the illest niggas in the whole entire fucking series, right? So check this out. They built this shit in Water 7, right? They made the poneglyphs. They gave the instructions to the poneglyphs and gave it to a secret ally, which was the goddamn Nefertari family. So the people who have the instructions to find this bitch are people you would never question because they're part of the 20 countries.
That's
Ill
true.
play number one. The second play is they said we go to the water 7. So even if you know you go to the water 7, we're gonna move the location now, right? Because it's a big fat ass ship. Which, in case y'all don't realize how big the ship is pretty much as big as Old Wano Country. That's how big the ship is. How do we know how big it is? Because they said you have to take down the walls for it to let go. If you look at the structure of Water 7 and you look at the structure of the walls around Wano, it has the same exact feature. Now, I think Anima asked this question, or was it Pharaoh? How did they erect these Attack on Titan walls? Right? Gentlemen, let's go back to Dressrosa. Okay? Do we know a pirate on Dressrosa that has a fruit that allows him to manipulate the ground?
Wait, Bruce. Wait 1 second. Let me interject 1 second. The thing with
Oh,
Pika
go.
Devil Fruit is Pika can
God damn it,
manipulate
do my
stone,
shit.
but where does stone come from in the first place? You understand? New
Ah,
Wano
I
is
was getting ready to
the
tell you
stone
that. I was
wasn't
getting
the
ready to
land
tell you
wasn't
that,
dark.
nigga. You cut me off. I'm going to tell you that. All right. Everybody has seen Pika because Sean just spoiler alert that shit, man. I was trying to set that up, man. Nigga, damn. All right. Pika, he manipulated the grounds with his hands, right? Now, Pika, we all know he got his ass by Zoro. Okay. Pika, for what we can probably surmise, was not awakened, right? But he still had an impressive fruit. It was dope, right? We know what awakening looks like for Parametheus. You have psionic control of your surroundings. Now, let's take this to Wano. Okay? If you have that fruit and you're awakened, right? Then feasibly, this is my head canon, okay? Not facts, head canon. You should be able to psionically do what Pika can do by touching shit, right? Except you don't have to touch it, you just have to think it, and you can make it happen.
Okay.
Therefore, we know there is tons of ground underneath water, right? There's tons of ground underneath water in real life and in One Piece probably too, right? We saw what Pika can do to Dressrosa. The nigga created a brand new castle and mountain off of the shit that he did, right? And he's not even awakened, okay? And we saw how tall he made that mountain castle figure in Dressrosa while all that bullshit was going on, okay? And he wasn't awakened. So if we have an awakened user, like let's say the Shogun himself, right? What could he do with all that ground and dirt underneath the seawater? He could elevate it the same way as Pika, and he doesn't have to go underwater to do it because he can psionically control it with his mind in the same sense that Katakuri, Doflamingo, and Luffy could do with all that other shit, right? So he can erect the walls. He can also, because the walls are, I have to show y'all a picture that I sent Sean, because like it surrounds the whole entire thing like a cylinder, right? That cylinder can go all the way down to the bottom of the ocean. This is where Pluton would sit. Pluton is sitting in a cavern, and like many guys have already said, it's probably sitting within a magma chamber to go with the Hades theme, because Hades is like the devil in Greek mythology. He's supposed to be the ruler of the underworld, like hell, right? Tartarus. When you have images of Tartarus, there's fire and brimstone and lava and shit. So he could be in a lava chamber. Not he, sorry. The ship can be in a lava chamber sitting encompassed around stone to hold it in place because it's a big ass fucking ship, so you need something strong enough to keep it in place so it doesn't, fucking float off or something like that. And it's probably tied down with gigantic chains, just like in Greek mythology. I don't know how much y'all seen that shit, but if you look in Tartarus, when Hades would have some of these people captured, like I remember he had one of the Titans captured, he had it in big ass chains
Yep.
underneath in the underworld. And that's the theme here. So it's encased in there. That is some ultimate trickery shit. So you take it from one location, move it to the next location, and give the only means of fighting the damn ship with the
So
supposed enemy who's a secret spy.
so Bruce,
Really cool shit.
technically, if you remove the water without destroying the board of the ship, by your logic, wouldn't float open up.
No, no. So if you remove the water, right? Because you have to look at the illustration from Sukiyaki. When
Mm,
Wano was is his original form, right? Wano had no
mm.
walls. It was at sea level, so it was a regular island, for one of the better words, right? Regular island. Okay. Then they built the walls. The water level did absolutely dick. It didn't move. They said the only reason why it turned into the way it was is because they pretty much made a cup. They made a cup because they didn't give any fucking filter for that was actually coming from stupid shit. I don't know who the fuck was the architect who didn't think that through, but whatever. Y'all made a mistake. It's all good. But they made their shit look like a cup. They didn't give any filtration for the water, and they flooded the damn cells out. That was retarded, but hey, I still got love for the Wano people, man. Y'all just didn't think that through that well, okay? And it came out. So for me, when I say Zunisha, purpose is also Pokemon shit. Y'all heard me making a joke saying tackle attack, but yeah, tackle attack. Because even if Zunisha saps out all the water, it's not gonna do shit. Because Pluton is already encased in the cavern, right? If water was ever gonna be the leading factor to getting Pluton the fuck out of there, Pluton would have escaped. I'm making it sound like an animal, but Pluton would have escaped a long time ago. It is held between those stone walls and it is tied
Honestly,
down by
Bruce,
chains.
I, I don't like I don't like the whole tackling shit because I feel like invaders of Wano would have already tried to destroy with all these Hawks powers out here. They would already try to destroy the borders of Wano if it was that simple and that easy.
No, they wouldn't have, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because they don't
Go.
know to do that, right? This has been around for 800 years. Okay, it's been around
And
for
nobody
800
wait, wait,
years.
wait, and nobody tried to invade Wano.
Of
Yeah, that's
course they
Nobody
did.
know. Wait,
tried
no,
to be
nobody of them know.
Of course they did. But
Nobody
if
of
you're
Us,
them
going
both
know
to
of us
how
invade,
tried.
rich Wano is.
if you're going to invade Wano, because we know people tried to invade Wano. Ryuma had to fight off a shitload of invaders, right? But if you're going to try and invade Wano, right? And you see this weird anomaly of like, oh look, there's an island on top of this mountainous waterfall finish like that. You know what? How do we get that gold? Let's blow up the fucking mountain for everything to capsize on itself. No, we're not gonna do that.
But like I think we're we're
Yeah, yeah,
really
yeah, yeah.
I
I see
think
what you're saying.
I think we're
That
really
don't make sense.
underestimating the size of these walls, bro. Like these things
Yeah, I
are
mean,
No,
massive, bro.
they are
but I get what
massive.
Sean is
I don't know
saying.
if like
That that
a
that
devil fruit user has like this level of power in which they
No,
can
I think they
manipulate
do.
walls on. This is not even island level. This is continental.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
this
maybe a
is
that's
this
giant,
is
that's
maybe a
really
true.
giant.
some on some Yonko shit. And
Yeah,
this is the
it's
thing that
possibly a
I was
giant as
thinking
well.
about is like look at Kozuki Oden, right? Because we gotta look at some of these kings here, right, and what they're representing. Kozuki Oden, and I'm gonna ask y'all, if Kozuki Oden was to live today, he'd be 59 years old, right? Do y'all have the opinion that if he was to be alive today and allowed to prosper and grow stronger, if he grew any stronger, do you think he would be a Yonko level person?
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
For
Anima,
sure.
you think he'd be Yonko, right?
Definitely.
He'd be a
Okay.
top tier for
For
Okay.
sure.
sure.
Yeah.
We also know that if he had lived and if everything went correctly, he was going to be the Shogun. Yeah, shit. He was going to be the Shogun, damn it, of Wano, right?
I agree.
Now, I'm not saying that every Shogun is all Odin level. I'm not saying that. But what I'm introducing is the potential of strength. Because we also know another seriously strong combatant that lived in Wano at one point in
Yuma,
time named Ryuma, right? Ryuma was, I guess, the previous Mihawk, if you will,
Sword
right?
God.
From what
Yeah.
they're saying, he's a very strong. If he's not Yonko level, he's like one smidget tier below, right? So, and remember, Akiyinu was a little bit apprehensive of going to Wano because he figured that Wano was full of a bunch of Odins and Ryumas. He's like, fuck that. Why the fuck we gonna
Honestly,
go there, right?
Yeah, the legend
So,
they built.
I don't know
right.
if I read
So,
that. Like,
in theory,
okay.
in theory, in theory, right? If you have the Shogun of Wano from the Boy Century, right? If this nigga is as strong as Odin or Ryuma, but he has a devil fruit, and let's say it's Pika's fruit, right? I believe seeing Big Mom stunt, seeing Kaido stunt, seeing Whitebeard stunt, seeing Luffy stunt, right? I believe that if you are on that level with a fruit like Pika's, because Pika was doing some ill shit. I'm not gonna take that. He got his ass whooped by Zoro,
Bro,
but he was doing some shit.
I definitely like the idea of
I kind of see
Pik-
Yeah,
where
yeah.
you go in,
Okay.
bro.
I mean,
Like you
Pika's.
could
okay.
really
So
defend Wano from any threat if you have that Pika Devil Fruit with the landscape, with
And you're
the
way
natural.
stronger than Pika. Because
no,
Pika
Yeah,
but
I
got
see what you
bodied
say.
by
I see where
Zoro.
you go.
But what if you're a
okay.
Yonko
So
level combatant with Pika's fruit?
yeah. So I'm not sure if I fully buy this whole concept yet. And actually, this is like an issue that I'm kind of a potential issue that I'm seeing with the whole reason or like the whole war government not trying to invade Wano. So one thing is that do the does the world government know that Pluton is in Wano? So that's one. I'm not sure if it's ever been
No,
established. Okay, so
Probably
no,
then
they don't.
not.
They
okay,
have
so
absolutely no idea.
okay, so then that would make a lot of sense. So
Wait,
for
wait, wait.
example, if the
Uh,
world,
they might
well,
be.
so it,
They might because remember they were talking about Momonosuke. It was wise for Momonosuke not to
yeah,
open up the borders.
But I
okay,
have a
so
theory
it's
why they said that. I don't think it's because
well,
of, sorry, Anima, not to interrupt you, but I don't think it's because they said it for Pluton. I think it's because of the level of natural resources that
Oh,
they
okay.
harbor
And
from Wano.
okay,
Because remember,
the
they were
Goat
saying, like,
City.
yo,
okay,
because what was it, Rob Lucci? Rob Lucci was saying, like, yo, if the Straw Hat Pirates somehow managed to beat Kaido, nigga, we taking this shit over because this place is a gold mine.
yeah, okay, so that makes sense. So the whole thing is that if they knew or if they know that Pluton is in Wano, then and they know of its potential and everything, then it wouldn't make sense why, regardless of who is in Wano, they wouldn't um invade Wano.
Yeah,
Like
no, I agree. They
and
would go for it if
yeah,
they knew.
so my whole thing is that I don't think I buy the strong Shogun sort of narrative as to why the wall government hasn't gone to Wano, like or hasn't like try to overtake Wano, right? Because if you really think about it, no single Yonko can take on the wall government at all. The reason why the Marines and well really the wall government doesn't want to go is because they simply don't know about Pluton, probably, right? Or they don't think
They
it's
don't know
that
the location.
valuable. Well,
They
or
know the location. They know what's there.
they just don't think it's that valuable enough to like lose all these resources, right? Because if they do, then I do think
What?
it's a flaw in the show, though, right? Because it is a flaw. Like
What?
how valuable do they think Wano is if they're not actually going after it, right? I don't think Kaido alone should be enough for you to be scared.
I feel like it don't make
That's not
sense.
why they're
I
not.
feel like it
That's not why
makes
they're not
sense.
going
It
though.
makes sense plot wise for them to know the location because ain't
They
nothing more
don't know
valuable than an ancient weapon because that shit could get turned
because
against them and
look how
Well,
push
yeah,
more of
yeah,
the
confusing.
resources.
Look
yeah.
how
So my whole thing
confusing
it's
the
been
Shogun made
800
it
years,
be.
bro. Well, no, but it's been 800 years. Like you telling me no iteration of the world government even wants to go to Wano? Like, and I'm pretty sure Wano has been like it was probably a major part of the Void Century, right? Like the pre-Void Century, like that battle that happened. So they must know something about Wano, right?
But
So
yeah,
it
yeah.
may be a
But here's the
flaw. Like
thing.
I don't know what's going on. Like something has to match up.
But
But
we
here's the
do.
thing: why they wouldn't want to go in it,
Mhm.
because when you're looking at Wano, you gotta look at it like Wakanda and Marvel, right? Um, a lot of people, a lot of reasons why Wakanda and Marvel was not invaded is because our world government or the world government, the UN, or like that, right, didn't know Wakanda had the resources that it did, right? So they never even attempted to use their resources to invade a place they found worthless, right? So if you have Wano country, right, you don't know the Pluton is there because they made that confusing as fuck. They built it in Water 7, gave the instructions to a spy, and it hit it in a different country. That's confusing as fuck to follow the trail. The Shogun or whoever came up with that idea, that was some A1 shit. That was very clever, right? Very confusing to find that shit. So if you're going to Wano, right, and you're going there, and the only thing is like, okay, they got some pretty cool resources, but then we gotta fight a squad of strong niggas. It's like we can just go to other islands that have resources and get their shit. I mean, fuck it, it's gold.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
can get that
So
shit somewhere else.
I definitely agree with that. So
What
it
I don't
really
understand,
boils
right? Like,
into
how you
resources,
talking
and I
about
agree.
how all these shit in place with this ancient weapon to protect this ancient weapon, and it really hyping up the ancient weapon because something this valuable should be hard to reach. What like looking at Poseidon? Why that shit so? I mean, you have to obviously know she is Poseidon, but why that shit
That's
so
one
out in plain sight?
Well,
because she wasn't born.
the thing is, it's only like every 100 years that, and they don't
There
know
we
which
go.
they
There
don't
we
know which
go.
mermaid it's going to be, right?
Yeah.
There we
So
Yeah,
go.
but
Exactly.
they don't even know it's her, right?
Yeah, they don't even
Or
know if it's her
They
at
don't.
this
but if
point.
they did know, that's what I'm
If they
saying.
did
Like,
know, they would target her.
but she
yeah,
would be
okay.
Yeah,
so
it'd
easy
be
to get.
over.
Yeah, so
Well,
it's really just the fact
But
that the
she has
world
to be
government
alive.
it's not like it's not all knowing.
yeah,
They're not all
it's
knowing. So
uncertainty
I
with
guess
them. It's they don't know
yeah,
everything.
but then I'm thinking about the CP0, like the connection to Wano, they will have some knowledge, but I don't know. Like
Because
it
you
But
got to
does
look
make a
at it
lot of
from
sense.
this standpoint, Sean. And this is why the poneglyphs are so integral to the series, right? You remember when Roger had a conversation with Neptune after he went and found the One Piece, and he said like, "Hey, yo, I know that your family holds the bloodline to Poseidon, but yo, where's she at? She's not here right now. Where is she? Well, apparently she's gonna be my daughter, but I'm not even married yet, so I don't know how I'm gonna find a wife. But there's this chick named Otohime. She's kind of cool, but whatever. But apparently, I'm supposed to have a kid who's gonna be Poseidon. All right, how long from now that gonna happen? Oh, about like 24 years from now or 10 years from now, something like that. Oh, so she's not even here, right? So Roger knew that, but Roger is quote unquote one of the good guys of the series. Now let's take that information and let's put that in the hands of Gorosei Gandhi or Sanji's fake dad, somebody like that, or Haki, whatever, right? If they know, like, oh, so wait, you say this girl gonna be born in how many years? In 10 years, and she gonna be born right here in Fishman Island. Oh, bet, nigga, we coming for this motherfucker. Matter of fact, confiscate this whole motherfucking island right now. We waiting for that bitch to be born.
it might have been actually possible because is it every 100 years that the mermaids were born?
They never
They never mentioned.
defined it.
It might
They
have
never
been
defined it. They mentioned it's every few
But I
centuries. Well, yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe
hundred
even
years or
every
even
something.
couple
even
hundred years.
seeing Poseidon power, like I was in, like yo, like she could control the Sea Kings. Like it didn't feel ancient weapon worthy to me.
Nigga.
Yeah, for now, because we don't
Yeah,
really
we
know
don't
the
know the full
extent of it.
scope of it yet, Sean. That shit could be
I can
Yeah,
nasty,
but
but
imagine what the
but but
full scope
actually,
is.
we can imagine the scope
Yeah,
really. You think about it, like
that's devastating
controlling
shit, nigga.
the
all
Sea
these
Kings,
sea
yeah.
monsters, sea kings, right? It's
That's
and
devastating
Uh
shit,
yeah,
nigga.
yeah.
Sean,
It's almost like a
Sean,
Phoenician
Sean,
type of
Sean.
things.
I keep telling you, you gotta read some DC and Marvel comic shit, right? Because when you got niggas like Aquaman and Submariner, right, who can use their telepathy to control these animals and cause
bro,
tidal waves to
bro.
take out
We have
countries,
powers and shit where Aokiji could freeze the sea dog. Like, bro,
That is true.
But
like
but
come
But
Sean,
on.
the good thing,
Sean,
good
remember
thing, Alkizi's
Sean,
on the
Sean,
good side now, right?
but remember, Sean, some of these Sea Kings are as big as islands.
Yeah, the niggas freeze island
But
radius shit.
that's just one of them, bro. Like,
but he's not finna
there's
just he's not
thousands of
finna
these Sea Kings
he's not
roaming
finna
around,
like
right?
And Arkidi's not going to spam island level attacks just one after the other. That's
But
one.
like
That's
I
the
see
attack
what Sean
range.
is saying. We have, but I
I
think
think
we
what
need to.
Sean is saying is
Yeah. I think we need to.
I don't get the whole Sea King
Yeah,
thing,
I
bro.
think we
Like
need to wait on to see the full scope of what it can actually do, because the Sea King thing is pretty powerful. Plus, there's island size Sea
Volcano
Kings.
boy, let's see right now. We having some
yeah,
steam Sea King.
But no,
yeah. Are you saying that all of them are
How
getting
far?
donut holes?
no, but
How is
like,
that going though?
the whole encavement of Wano, it might not be a it might not be a result of Pika's devil fruit, but Pluton itself. So
That's what I'm saying.
Pluton was the one who made those pillars.
It encased
It
itself.
encased itself to protect itself.
Because I don't believe that's normal stone. Would it encased in? Because even if you look at the red line stone hype up as a different type of stone. Remember, not to say
Indestructible. Yeah, it's indestructible.
Laboon head button it is something big, but
Yeah.
it basically ordered this
No, they
just
hyped it up as indestructible because they pretty much said like if it wasn't something would blow up already.
exactly. So that ain't made by normal means, right?
Yeah.
So
Because it
obviously an
goes all the
ancient
way into the magma chamber. So I don't think this is
and
the result of a devil
and
fruit ability.
and you have to even look at it like this. In One Piece, geography is everything. You understand? So them having the world government always have the geography advantage. When they flood the world, they won't be up high chilling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
And
Mhm.
so the-
also, when it comes to like the construction of the walls, Sean, you were talking about where did they get the stone from? Well, the
yeah.
stone they used was the empty gap that we see now. So the empty gap that they used was what they used to create those walls. That's why there's a hole in there.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
No. I talking about the land, the new Wano, because I believe the Wano was pulled from different places around the world.
Okay,
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't understand what you're saying.
I'm
Yeah.
talking about the walls.
Okay, the walls. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about that. So me and you talking about this a little bit, Sean. So I am halfway. I go back and forth in my head, and y'all can kind of let me know what y'all think about it. Because there is the theme that continent puller story,
Oh yeah,
right,
continent puller.
has
Yeah.
to deal with Wano because the Wano has 5 different temperatures, right,
Yeah,
climates,
weather. Yeah.
and what right. So it kind of makes it seem like these 5 pieces,
Move.
especially the way it looks, was taken from different areas. Now, I started thinking to myself a little bit, right, with Sukiyaki's drawing, or not drawing, but his illustration in his mind of how Wano came together, right? And so these big ass walls that surround Wano, right, are bigger than current Wano Kuni itself, right? They're actually the land mass is actually bigger than it,
Yeah.
right? So now I thought to myself that if a person is responsible for constructing that, right, and maybe that person in contandem with the giant, which I think the giant that the continent puller is, of course, the skull from Onigashima. That's why
Nagashima.
he's
Yeah.
respected. It's kind of like a respect thing to where, like, oh, he is the reason why our land is able to be what it is today. So we keep his skull there in memory and respect of him. I think that could be a collaboration between the Shogun of Wano and here we go, the King of Elbaf. Yes,
Hmm.
the continent puller. The continent puller is the former king of Elbaf. Yes,
Interesting.
head canon supreme. Head canon supreme, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, we
Because
I
can
mean, if it would be anyone, it would be
But
a giant,
but
right?
the giants are different from these horned. Well, okay, they're still giants actually, ancient giants.
yeah, I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that, my friend.
Ancient
So let's go
giants.
to
Yeah,
Elbaf.
yeah.
Yeah, ancient giants. Yeah, let's go to Elbaf real quick, right? We still talking about Wano, but let's talk about Elbaf real fast. Because it's clear to me that Elbaf is one of the allies of Joy Boy and the D Clan, right? That's very clear to me. Now, this big fucking tree. right? That's on Elbaf. That in the portrayal in the manga and the anime seems to go right through the clouds. Okay, right? He's big as fuck. Y'all ever read Jack and the Beanstalk?
Jack and Beanstalk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
Jack
Yeah,
and the
yeah, yeah,
Beanstalk.
yeah.
I read it as a child, but I don't remember the story. But
Okay,
I
Yeah.
get the
so
gist of it.
we're gonna get do quick synopsis. Only gonna take like a few seconds, right? Has his kid. Once he found this treasure, he makes his beanstalk. This beanstalk grows to the size of this giant tree, and it shoots through the heavens into the clouds. He goes to the clouds. When he climbs the top of the beanstalk, he's on top of the clouds now, right? And now he finds a monstrous-sized castle, which is home to the giant king that has the treasure. And he has to go get the treasure and escape the giant while the giant tries to eat him. Fee, fi, fo, fum, blah, 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 blah. That shit. Y'all remember it now. We're good. Synopsis over. Okay. The giant in that little kids novel, in some illustrations, looks like an ogre. Ah, right? On top of the clouds. And he is
Hmm.
called the Giant King. The Giant King. Hmm? Okay. And there's a
Possible.
treasure that Jack is trying to get from the Giant King. Now, if Wano has an ancient weapon and Fishman Island has an ancient weapon underwater, and there's one in hell, Uranus is supposed to represent what again?
Sky.
The sky? Okay. The giants may be allies of who? Joy Boy?
More likely.
Big Mom has a road poneglyph, right? Wano has a road poneglyph. Fishman Island had a road poneglyph. Minx had a road poneglyph. What looks wrong here? Because the Minx were friends with Joy Boy. Wano people were friends with Joy Boy. Fishman Island was friends with Joy Boy. What the fuck is Big Mom doing with a road poneglyph?
Well,
Unless she stole it from who?
Fishman Island.
I gotta
No,
keep my word. I gotta go
unless she
right now
stole it
because
from
I
Elbaf.
running tight. I just starting to see how much One Piece fans don't care about world building. Like these
Um,
fuckers
I do want.
disappear. Like
Yeah, no, that's factual. But I do want to point out something about like where it's stored. So if you, I
I go
posted
on,
the
Pharaoh. I can link you out.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I posted the thing in the chat right now. But where Big Mom and Kaido supposedly went through seems to be exactly where like that base is.
Yeah,
So
I think so
it
too.
might be possible that they get to Pluton
Pluton first.
first. Yeah, they get to
I
Pluton first,
100% agree.
and
I 100% agree.
before the Straw Hats do. So that's gonna
And you
be
know why,
interesting.
Pharaoh?
Why?
You know why I agree with you, Pharaoh? Because y'all heard of, I think this was last time, y'all heard of a story term called Chekhov's gun?
Nah.
Yeah, I've heard of it,
Okay,
but I don't. It's not ringing a bell. I've heard of it.
so what Chekhov's gun is when you read a story, novel, illustration, whatever it is, they're going to introduce a plot line for you. And the only reason why they're telling you this plot line is because it has to. And it has to become relevant later on, or else they would have never said it to you in the first place. Okay?
Mm.
That's what Chekhov's gun is. In this case, for the example for One Piece, let me use it here. When we find out about Pluton in Water 7, right? Well, I mean, we found out in Alabasta, but, you know,
Yeah.
it got brought up again in Water 7.
Yeah.
Okay? Frankie, Cuddy Flam, has the blueprints, right? Now, we all know what the reason was, right? The reason why he had the blueprints is because they say that you are shipwrights. In case if the wrong hands get a hold of the original Pluton, it is your responsibility to build a second one to combat it, right?
Yeah.
And we know Frankie is very capable of building some crazy shit, okay? This is what we call Chekhov's gun. Enter the plot. The plot says Frankie is given these blueprints in case if somebody
Yeah.
builds
Again.
Pluton. This is the part where it comes in. They're not. The story is not going to mention the fact that the wrong hands can get on Pluton without making bet on that statement later on in the series.
Yeah.
Meaning that 100% the wrong hands, keywords, the wrong hands
We'll
are
get
going to get a
Pluton.
hold of the original Pluton,
Yeah. Yeah.
forcing Frankie,
I
the
agree.
protagonist or one of the protagonists of the series, to have to build the new one.
Yeah.
So let's go back to what Pharaoh said. Pharaoh said that Big Mom and Kaido, ironically, might have got punched down to the area where Pluton is. Big Mom and Kaido, or at least Big Mom, because I think he alluded to the fact that Kaido's pretty much done for the series, right? Big Mom is what we would consider to be the wrong hands.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah,
Yeah,
more than likely it is.
I
It
think many
is
people are also seeing Blackbeard for the longest time, but it
possible.
doesn't seem like Blackbeard is close by.
Yeah. It seems like the closest people to it right now are
I
Big Mom
did
and
think it was gonna
Kaido.
be I did think it was gonna be Blackbeard, to be honest, but I mean, like what Pharaoh said, they really, and when we saw Big Mom and Kaido, they got knocked down into a magma chamber. And I already
Yeah.
told y'all, when you look at the depiction of Hades and Tartarus, or Tartarus, sorry, yeah, Tartarus, which is the land of area that Hades realms over,
Yeah.
Pluton, right?
Yep.
It looks like play God of War. It looks like a magma chamber.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, I think more than likely they, because again they did say that the ending of Wano was going to be surprising, and this could be the surprise in which Big Mom, or I don't know which of them is going to get it, or it could be both of them,
I think it's Big Mom.
where they get it. And again, Big Mom has Big Mom has, homie related abilities. She can turn that magma, burrow around like a Kainu, and you never know what happens after that. She might just find the city. So yeah, it is a real possibility that they do get the ancient weapon here, and that kind of restarts Big Mom's plotline again, because again, she is someone that I think a lot of people think that her story is tied to Elbaf, right? So
Yeah,
so
I do too.
that could be the continuation of that. So yeah, that's definitely plausible for
And I
sure.
and I think she's the reason why the world government gets a hold of it, right? Because just like y'all said, if the world government knew that Pluton was in Wano, there's no way they're not blowing that place the fuck up to high hell
Yeah,
to get that shit, right? Now, if Big Mom, because Big Mom's a fucking goof, that's one thing that Oda is consistent with. She has a comedic element to her, kind of almost similar to Buggy, if you will, right? To where she has these really clown-like moments, right? So go figure, her dumb ass gets knocked all the way down to Pluton, and she looks up and she gets the ancient weapon, right? And so she somehow, I don't know what she does, because if she fires off one of them cannons, she can blow up the wall herself, right?
yeah,
And fuck up a bunch of shit. But then she's stupid, right? She's dumb. So if she's traveling with Pluton, right, this gigantic fucking massive island-sized ship, right, and she's weakened because she did get fucked up. If the world government sees that ship, they're killing her.
oh yeah, for sure. They would try to get rid of her, to acquire it.
And she's weakened enough to where they could do it. A full straight thing, mom, with a Pluton ship, not happening. She's ruined y'all. She's going to
Mm,
Marine Corps. She's wrecking shop. But she's severely weakened, or I assume she is severely weakened, right?
mm.
So you can snag that shit from her and take it. Now the world government have Pluton. Now Frankie has to come into action because it's bad news. The
Yeah,
world government has
he
an
has to
ancient
make
weapon.
that anti-Pluton weapon now.
You got to
Yeah,
He got to build it. He got to build a second one. And Frankie, to be honest, because the thing is with the Straw Hats is they're setting up all the Straw Hats to really be on some Yonko shit to where under Luffy's command, Zoro, Sanji, Usopp, Nami, blah blah, everyone is gonna have their own faction of people. Like Usopp's easy. Usopp's probably gonna get his 8,000 giant warriors. That's gonna be his faction. Zoro might get a handful of samurai. I feel like Sanji is gonna have Germa backing him up, right?
Yeah,
All the Straw Hats are gonna get their own little faction. I feel like Frankie, because one of the things that he said that was very poignant about that shit is when he looked at the blueprints, he was like, "How the fuck can any human build something like this?" Right? Which Frankie is a hell of a shipwright. He can build some crazy shit really, really fast. So I don't think Frankie builds it by himself. I think he gets a whole squad of like the best shipwrights, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Hooks up with
Maybe
what's his
even
homie again with
Vegapunk.
the blue hair?
Oh,
Vegapunk maybe?
maybe
The
Vegapunk
blue
might be
hair
coming.
dude.
I forget his name. I know who you're talking about though.
Paulie, right? Is
Yeah,
that his name?
I think his name
Iceberg.
Iceberg. That's the one.
Yeah, he gets Iceberg and the gang together. Vegapunk maybe, because Vegapunk might be on the shit list because now they know Mumble's fruit is
Yeah,
really Kaido's fruit. And it's like Vegapunk, you fucking lied. We're gonna put
yeah,
you in jail, right? Maybe all the best Caesar Clown, maybe. Hey, right?
Possibly.
And everybody gets together and helps Frankie come together and build this motherfucking ship.
Yeah. Yeah. That's possible for sure. I actually do like that idea.
Yup. It's got Chekhov's gun. It's got to happen. It's got
Yeah,
to
wait.
happen. But yeah, I think. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say that. So it seems like the Straw Hats are gonna get pretty much all the ancient weapons. I mean, they're gonna have Pluton. They already have
Yes.
Poseidon.
Well, except for anti.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Except for well,
Because
Yes.
yeah. I
well,
see what you're saying.
the Pluton is gonna. The anti-Pluton is just gonna be Pluton itself,
Pluton,
right?
yeah,
Pluton again. Yeah.
yeah.
Pluton
We don't know
2.0.
about Uranus yet, but I think that's Dragon. But yeah, it seems like all the ancient weapons is gonna be like affiliated with the Straw Hats, in some
Yep.
way,
I'm
shape, or
gonna.
form.
They're going to be tied. Luffy has Frankie. Luffy knows Shirahoshi.
Yeah,
And whatever Uranus is, which, again,
a lot of
I
people
think is going to
speculate
be.
Dragon, but
This is this is so funny
Yeah.
though. I mean, just think about it for a second. All this just to beat the world government. Doesn't it seem like overkill a bit? Like,
it depends
No.
on what the world government
No.
has. I mean, they ruled the
Nope.
world for 800 years, and they supposedly did
Mm-hmm.
something in that 100-year void that reset humanity, literally. And
Yep.
we don't know what powers they're hiding. And this Emu guy, we thought the Gorosei were the highest, but Emu seems to be there's someone even above
He's
that,
the number
and
one.
he is the king of the world, or she. We don't know yet.
yeah, honestly,
Yep.
Emu has to be strong now, especially with where Shanks is. I'm not sure if you guys talked about how Shanks was even able to communicate with Grimble.
Oh yeah. We talked about
Wi-Fi.
yeah
Use Wi-Fi.
yeah, basically conveying his will through conquerors. This is pretty much what he did.
Yeah, which is like
Nah,
super
he don't.
next
He ain't
level.
got that. He got. Shanks lied to y'all. He got fiber optics. Okay.
Yeah, 5G for sure. But
Yeah,
yeah.
that was a different story. Uh, but
But
yeah, so I'm imagining someone like Emu would have some level of King's Haki, right?
Oh,
If they're
for
strong,
sure.
right?
If they are,
for
the thing is,
sure.
it's weird
And the
because she's
ultimate.
like, we don't know if they're a fighter or they possess like some sort of a world-ending ability or they're key to some power. It's weird when it comes to Emu because we literally have no details on this individual.
It
But
may be like on that Kaguya level where
it might be
it's just
Kaguya where she's like over insanely
Yeah.
like a godlike
overpowered.
entity. Yeah, like a godlike
Yeah.
Then it
entity.
would make sense.
Yeah, but I
Because
think
I
go ahead.
look at it from the world government standpoint is so they have these ancient weapons, right? Because you ask Anima acts like, is it overkill, right? So we gotta look at what Luffy has to go up against. The world government has 170 nations underneath their belt, right? That at their beck and call they can use to fight. So Pharaoh, here's a point that I'm agree with you when we were arguing earlier, right? We were debating about the Whitebeard pirates getting devastated, and I said no, they didn't, right? But if the world government was to really flex on Whitebeard, right, and said we're gonna call everybody that we know to come fight you right now, right? Whitebeard is getting annihilated. Like even his unborn kids will be fucking low diffed, right? Because they have 170 nations. They have the faction of the Marines, which
Mm,
has people like Sengoku, Garp, Aki Inu, Kizaru, Fujitora, Green Bull, all the vice admirals, right? You have CP0, you have CP9, you have uh Kong, you have, which I don't know if they could fight, but I assume that they can because of the scars, the Gora set, right?
yeah.
You have SSG, and you have Emu, and you have this secret treasure that Doflamingo mentioned. That's a game changer,
National treasure,
right?
yeah.
National treasure, yeah, national treasure. That's a game changer. So when I look at that and all that shit that Luffy has to go up against, he kind of needs an ancient weapons, and also not for nothing, the term weapon seems to be gaslighting from the world government because based off of the two that we know so far, Pluton and Poseidon, they don't seem like weapons to me. They just seem like tools to be used to help the world out and get things in order. They can be used as weapons if you weaponize them,
Yeah.
but I don't think Luffy's gonna use them for that purpose. Like Shirahoshi's gonna be used to, get Noah to the top. He's not gonna use Shirahoshi to flood islands. Pluton can blow up islands with one shot, from what they say. I don't think Luffy's gonna be using it for that. I think he's gonna try and destroy the Red Line.
Yeah.
Uranus, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. And you can kind of see why Dragon's ideology is so scary to them, because out of those 170 countries, they just lost 8, right? So it's 171 now. Well, 162, 62 now.
Yeah.
So it's that ideology is scary to them.
And it could climb. It could climb.
Yeah, definitely. Would
Yeah, and it seems like it's something that would accelerate as well, just going forward.
Yeah,
in
yeah.
terms of more countries.
Yeah, more countries definitely switching sides and becoming more rule themselves. But yeah, but I think it's time to end the stream. Definitely passed through my limit. But yeah, appreciate shout out to the chat. Appreciate you guys for coming through for the stream. Zoro, we got Deshaun, got Zoro, Black 4, Tatum. Shout out to you guys coming for the stream. We might do a stream next week depending on what the next chapter is. Right, we might do a stream next week, same time, about the same time. But yeah, drop a like on this video, guys. Definitely pushes out this video into the algorithms. Comment down below what you guys think, and we will see you next week, maybe. Peace.
Peace, y'all.
Peace.